Guys, I can't even tell you how excited I am about this show. I love it, and I'm so excited to talk to the two of you. And I got to say, you two, seriously, are my favorite on-screen couple in any show that I ever watch. So, Christina, I want to know, was it immediate between the two of you guys?
Yeah, it was. Like, we have really great chemistry. Yeah, like during the test, it was pretty palpable. Yeah. I mean, I think so. Yeah, you think so?
I didn't really, well, yeah, no, really, for the minute.
I don't remember.
All I remember is that this woman walked into the room and started reading this opposite me. You know, I helped cast, you know, the person playing opposite me, and I had read with several people, and there was something about Christina where it just felt like air and not agreeable. It just felt like as though it were as though she were already in the mix. She were already in the air. It was something that we had been breathing for years, and we all just kind of looked at her when she walked out, and we didn't say anything. We all knew, you know.
Yeah.
And whatever that was, that magic was, it just continues.
You're giving me goosebumps. I love it. And I'm sure that it's, you know, it also reflects Offset too. And one thing I do love about this show and this cast is, to me, it seems so real. There's a tight friendship obviously going on between everybody in this cast. It's got to be real in real life.
It is. I mean, and that was immediate. Like from our first table read, just even rehearsing before we actually had the official table read, before we shot the pilot. Yeah, we were joking and laughing, and it was an immediate connection, and we respect each other. We love each other. We hang out, we play, we have game. We just had a game night, COVID friendly game night.
Yeah.
And I mean, we worked together, but yeah, it was like, and we go out, we dance. Like last year, pre-COVID, we would go out dancing for each other's birthdays, karaoke. You know, it's a good support system.
Yeah,
and
And you know, and even me, who's like, I'm a recluse by nature. I'm a loner. I just am. And this group has just drawn me out of my house. They've drawn me and my lady out of the house numerous times, because we really do enjoy their company and the company of everyone in the group. But also because there is like this conscious effort, very much like the show, for, you know, us to look out for one another. Yeah. And I have to say that Rodé is kind of that guy in real life too.
Yeah.
I was going to say that, because I was going to ask you, who's the go-to friend, you know, that everybody can open up to? And I was going to say, I'm sure it's James. Like, it's got to be.
Exactly. And I hope that I don't hurt anyone's feelings or offend anyone when I say this, but I think that he's the most industry savvy, and incredibly confident in the space of network television on top of that. And then he's just got like this big heart and this need to make sure that everyone's taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Very much like his character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. Now, one thing, Romany, I got the chance to speak to you last year for your movie. And one thing that I pointed out that I want to reflect on here is the reality of the scripts that you get. This show does not shy away from anything, whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's COVID, whatever, homophobia, everything. And I love how it is handled. Christina, let's talk a little bit about that, because especially in the last season, what your characters go through and what your character went through was, to me, heartbreaking. Like, I've been sitting there with tons of Kleenex next to me on my couch, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to know specifically?
Just about the reality and how the scripts are written so real that they're relatable, but yet they're handled so well.
Well, I think one of the aspects of working together on this show is that it does feel like a collaboration a lot of times. So, you know, when we're touching into race issues in particular, I'm just going to use that as an example, like. Sure. The writers and DJ will come to Romany and I and ask for our lived experiences or what we think about something. Not to say like it's reflecting, or it's not like a tit for tat in our experience, but it's like, what is your voice through this? What would you like to share through this? Like, what angle do you want to present and share with the world, our viewers? What stories do we want to tell? And so, yeah, so that's why it's it feels really authentic because it really is coming from an authentic place, and our writers know what they're doing, and they have their lived experiences and opinions that we're all, just putting in the mix. And yeah, I'm really grateful. And I'm really grateful that we also touched on the biracial aspect as well. Something that we don't really go into. So to be able to bring voice to that is an aspect of Black experience that's very unique in particular, and has its own roots in like some deep bigotry and prejudice. And so, yeah, to shed light on that and to have Regina like trying to navigate and belong in that world is, it was a gift to portray.
Yeah. Romany, how do you feel about it?
I feel as though I really wouldn't be involved if it were a show that shied away from that. I don't see any reason to subject myself to the grueling schedules of network television unless you're really doing something that's going to make an impact on the world and open up conversations that are very necessary. So for me, it was the draw. That's exactly why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I love that you said that, because it is important. You got to, like I say, I get a lot it's entertaining. Of course, it's a great show, but you do learn a lot from it. And I thank you as a viewer, as a fan, because I really do enjoy that. So this season, what kind of little tease can you give us? Because, the two of you have had a rough time having a child, but now you've got this grown-up kid in the house, and he's having issues with his mother being deported and everything. So Christina, what little teases can you give us?
A lot of stuff happens.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, really?
It gets nailed it.
Very specific. I mean, it's just, again, navigating disruption of like the world and the pandemic and coming together. Again, we always have our network, our family, our support group, our friendship. And yeah, some stuff happens.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I don't know what to say. I mean, because
I know.
Gina lost her restaurant, so it's her navigating what's next, and that's scary and challenging, and maybe it's also a little freeing too in some way. Yeah, I get it. And Romany, being being an actor and everything, and I love the fact that you get to play a filmmaker in this. How far do we get to see that go, maybe?
Look, I'll put it like, I don't want to give away too much, but I will say that Rome certainly is in a situation. You saw last season how the pandemic just basically crushed everyone's dream. Of course. I didn't even predict. I didn't expect I saw it hit me from nowhere that that what occurred with Gina's restaurant would even happen. I didn't predict that, and I just thought it was like one of the coldest takeaways because of the fact that it was something that was like one of the last things that John had done for us, prior to taking his own life. Yeah. And so to lose that, it let me know at that point that the writer's room was just kind of like merciless, cold-hearted people. And so from that point on, I've just kind of honestly gotten a little numb prior to reading every script. And so I will just say that what I've seen happen so far seems to be setting up major loss for Rome now. So as you know, Rome's film had fallen apart. And so I'm anticipating from what I'm seeing in the script, I'm anticipating Rome possibly shutting down, suffering so many losses back to back. Yeah. And if he stays true to form, he will probably bounce back. And the reason that I can't give you more than that is because we really haven't gotten that far into the season as of yet.
Well, that's okay. I as a fan, want to just watch every week and see what happens. And then just lastly, Christina, wrap it up for me, because, when I started watching this show, now I can't believe we're in season 4. I knew from very first show, to me, watching it as a fan, this was going to be something special. When did you know you were a part of something special?
When she met me.
When I met her. Yeah.
That goes without saying.
No, when I walked in the room, I was like, even if I don't get it, I've made it. I have achieved. just being able to test opposite Romany. That's it. It's interesting because I almost want to say right before I got it, to be honest, like when I read the pilot, because I auditioned, because, during pilot season, sometimes you can't actually read full scripts because you're auditioning and you're testing like multiple times a day. You're auditioning a lot, right? So I didn't read it until I got the call back. So when I read the full script, I was bawling. And I said, just to be a part of this, to have an opportunity to be a part of something that is about that is raw and about family and friendship and connection and just like the grit of being human, the beauty of being human, and that like we all have these shades and colors and we're not perfect and we're just trying to do the best that we can. Yeah. And then that just increased as we go along, because obviously the stories that we tell just continually affirm that.
Yeah. Well, thank you both today for your time. I so appreciate it. I love this show so much. And I don't want to see any more heartache for you two. So please, just talk to the writers. Okay.
You know what? I hear you, but I'm just looking at what's being written. And I'm like, usually they just fatten us up for the kill. And right now I feel as though our characters are being fattened up a little extra. Just throwing it out there.
All right. I'll buy more Kleenex. I'll get extra boxes of Kleenex for this season. Best of luck to you guys. And thank you so much for your time. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.